I did mention in the first seminar that there are 5 basic questions that is important for you to reflect, that constitute what is truth. What is truth? 5 basic questions. What is truth? And the first question is, what am I? What am I? And each one of these questions, I can do a whole workshop on them, but I'm just going to mention the main points in each one of these questions. What am I? Is you are an electromagnetic being. That's what you are. You're an electromagnetic being. You are a being that has been made up. You're a created being. That's what you are. You're an electromagnetic being in an electromagnetic world. You're a created being in a created world. You have been produced. This world has been produced. Whether you are aware of it or not, accept it or not, you have been created creative. And this world is a created realm, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's, where am I? So I am an electromagnetic being in an electromagnetic world. That means I have frequency, energy, vibration. I'm created creative. Whether you like it or not, you are emitting a electromagnetic pulse. Whether you like it or not, you are emitting a electromagnetic signature, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not. Each one of us is either harmonized energetically, which is peace and power and prosperity, progress, or disharmonized. You understand? 4th dimension is disharmonized, insecure, needy, is disharmonized. And I have said to you before about the supportive power versus opposing forces, which I will mention again. So you, whether you accept it or not, believe it or not, are putting out an energy frequency in this world. That energy frequency can be harmonized or it can be distorted, and it's much more complex, but I'm just referring it to you like that, because it's not just one frequency. It's like a mosaic compared to a window pane. A window pane has one big pane there, P-A-N-E, pane, window pane. But a mosaic has many panes, P-A-N-E-S, in it. Sometimes you see a window mosaic made out of bits and pieces of different sizes of glass, different colors sometimes. That's a mosaic. It's not a window, it's a mosaic. So we are not really like window panes. We are more mosaics, but nonetheless we put out a frequency, and that frequency goes out and is electromagnetic in nature, and it influences our reality. So that's what I am, a produced electromagnetic being. Who am I? Next question, who am I? I experience myself as myself the more aligned I am to being secure. The more secure I am, the more I know myself to be my authentic self. So who I am is my authentic self. And the more secure I am, I can be my authentic self. Now some of you may be, to some degree or not, your authentic selves. The more authentic you are, the better it is. The more you can express yourself authentically, the more easier your life is, the more easier your life works. Just you being you, the authentic you, the real, honoring yourself, honoring your life, interested in you, interested in your life, really being real in your life. The more you really be real in your life, the more your life works. So who are you? It's your authentic self. It's aligned to security. It's your joyful, your natural self. So the more I be me, as I'm being, I have these notes. I made them up for us, and I'm speaking. And I began sharing with a personal story. I didn't intend to, but I just did, because I'm expressing myself. And I'm expressing myself freely and fully. I'm being more of who I am. You might think Ashraf is here teaching us. Ashraf is just being here expressing himself. I'm just being me with you, and there's no doing that I'm doing. You might say he's teaching us. No, I'm just expressing myself authentically. I'm being real to me, my values, what's important to me. That's your real self. Our real self. Who am I? The real self, the authentic self. So you can be real or unreal. You can be authentic or inauthentic. You can really be you, or you can hide and not be you. The more you are authentically you, the more easier your life is, the more joy you experience, the more enjoyment you can have. The less you be you, the harder life becomes. An example that I've given, and I'll give again and again, is consider pop stars who love singing, and they might release an album and really enjoy applying themselves in the fullness of expression around their art. And they'll make millions of rands, some of them, in sales. There's no work there. Yes, there's application, but there's no work. Yes, they're being themselves. Yes, I'm applying myself with you, but there's no work here. Those who don't express themselves fully, who don't be themselves fully, have to work harder for money, for love, for attention. The less real you be, the more real you of yourself you express, the more you express yourself fully, the more you'll have in life. The less real you are, the less you'll have in life. The harder you'll have to work for it. You'll have to work for it. So I have people interested in what I have to say. Here you are. And I don't have to convince you to be here and listen. You yourself know what's important to you, and you know what's valuable to you. And you choose to remain on this call and continue to be part of our community. I don't have to force you. I just be who I am. People will decide we like him, we don't like him. We want to be with him, we don't want to be with him. It's cool. The more you take your place, like a piece on a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, the more the other pieces around you can take their place. The less you be you, the more amorphous you are. You don't have a shape that others can fit in around you. The more real I am, the more I have a shape, the more you can fit in around me and link up with me. You will know straight away, I like it, I don't like it, I want it, I don't want it, I'm interested in this, I'm not interested in this. The more real I be. So we know who we are, and we know that the people who don't express themselves fully and freely, they're the ones who work the hardest. They'll take 2 or 3 buses, kumbis to work, they'll just end up getting paid just enough for the day and to go home, and the next day is a repeat. You wonder why their lives are like that. It's because they let themselves down. They have to work harder. I'm not saying that you don't apply yourself when you operate as the real self. I apply myself. But I'm not working hard. There's no stress and strain. There's joy, there's passion, there's satisfaction, there's fulfillment. So we got the second question answered. Who am I? Third question, where am I? Where am I? This realm where we are, what you call earth or the universe that we are in, this is a realm. Where am I? It's an electromagnetic universe. Scientists tell us that atoms at the smallest level are not anything. There's more space in an atom, and the thing in an atom is not a thing, it's energy. And there's no thing really. That's why I said we are electromagnetic beings in an electromagnetic universe. You might say, no, I'm a human being because of my body, but under an electron microscope, there's no body there really. There's atoms and subatomic particles and quarks and energy. Everything is just energy, vibration, electromagnetics. So where are you? You are in an electromagnetic universe. You are an electromagnetic platform. This is a created platform. It's a produced platform. It is a created universe. That's where you are. Like you're a created being in a created universe. You are produced as an electromagnetic being. This world is produced as an electromagnetic entity. And it is really a realm of reflection. That's where you are. This world is a realm of reflection. As you are, your life reflects as you are, back to you. Experiences in life are a reflection of the consciousness that you have. Based on your level of consciousness, you will have a level of experience. This is why you heard me say early on and before, this is not about changing your life, remaining the same person. This is about you going through a transformation that results in having a different life. When you grow spiritually, become more secure, non-religiously, in a universal experience of security, by you becoming more secure, more conscious, you will operate more constructively in your life. By you operating more constructively means personal power. You will live more creatively in life, means creative power, and thus then you will have a different experience of life. What you have in your life is your level of awareness reflected, or consciousness reflected, how constructive you are in your life and how creative you are. If you look at a beggar, you can see zero security. If you look at an addict, zero constructive. If you look at a victim, zero creative. Conscious, constructive, creative is faith, freedom, fulfillment. The spiritual power, personal power, creative power. It's conscious, constructive, creative. So I'm more conscious today than I've ever been. The difference between who I was before and who I am today is that I was less conscious, now I'm more conscious. It's not that, oh, your life has changed, Ashraf, because somebody changed by luck, by chance. No, my life is as it is today, and so is yours, based on your level of awareness and consciousness. How you carry yourself in life, constructively or destructively, allowingly or reactively, and are you operating creatively or reactively? See, you, how you be, how you interact or relate, and how you relate to experiences, your level of awareness of experiences that you can have, it creates your reality. There's no chance. Nothing is ever just happening. It's coming from you. Each one of us, our lives are a reflection of us. So when somebody thinks, oh, I always have a pattern of, getting involved with the wrong kind of guy or the wrong kind of girl, and maybe by luck I'll break the pattern. No, you won't. Because you are who you are. You're going to have the same life continuing over and over until you grow spiritually, until you develop personally, until you open up to life enrichment. If you don't want to grow, if you want to remain the same personality you've had your whole life, and you don't want to evolve beyond your personality, you're going to have the same experience of life. So, where are you in the realm of reflection? Whatever you see in your life is a reflection of you and your consciousness. What energy you put out is what you get back. What if you have a harmonious consciousness? If you have a harmonious consciousness, you'll have a harmonious life. If you have a disharmonious consciousness, you'll have a disharmonious life. If you look at somebody who suffers and is needy and lacking and poor, you're looking at a person who's got a poverty consciousness, a neediness consciousness, a suffering consciousness. The way people are, their lives reflect that. That's what's happening here. What's going on here? Question number 4. What's going on here? What's going on here is that you're a created being in a created world. You are an electromagnetic being in an electromagnetic world. And this world is reflecting our consciousness back to us all the time. All the time. And it's based on universal principles or scientific laws of electromagnetics. There's scientific laws that govern personal reality. There's scientific laws that govern personal reality. And that's what we want to figure out. What are these laws that govern personal reality? What is truth about life, about ourselves, about the nature of existence? Once you become aware of truth, you are empowered by it. You can align to it. If you don't know, if you believe in luck and superstition and you are ignorant, if you don't know that your life is not happening to you, it's happening through you. You'll be lost in superstition and ignorance. If you don't know the answer to these questions, you are unenlightened. You're unenlightened. You live your life as an unenlightened, lost human being like the masses. You will never reclaim the power that is yours to wield. You will never live powerfully if you remain unaware. This is why in the previous page I said, how do we go from 4D to 5D? And the answer is awareness, becoming conscious, learning, how important it is to learn, and how important it is to become aware and apply the learning. This is a process. It's slow. You've got to be patient. You've got to be patient with yourself. You've got to be nobody can say, I can't wait to drive the car. When will I drive it? Tomorrow. If I read the yellow book today, will I drive it tomorrow? If I go for one lesson with the instructor, will I drive it tomorrow? I'm so impatient. I'm so for driving. I'm so against not driving. I'm getting impatient. You will not do what is required for you to do, for you to be able to drive. That's why I told you about allowance. You got to relax and engage in study. If you want to learn to read a book, you must learn the alphabet and learn the sounds that the letters of the alphabet make, and put them together in words and have a comprehension of words before you can read a book. You might say, but I'm impatient. I want to read that book. You don't know how to read. You're not going to read it. Drop it. Recognize there's a study involved. Are you interested in the study of truth? Are you a real truth student? Because this is not for everybody. This is sadly, not sadly, but not everybody is for this, to their own detriment. Truth. And we had one master that told us, and you shall know the truth, and it shall set you free. He didn't say you will believe in religion and believe the doctrines of organized religion and you will be saved. He never said that. You shall know the truth. Not believe in the truth. Know the truth. Means aware and apply yourself as a natural human being. And watch what happens. There's a way. This is the real secret if you want to look at it that way. So what's going on here? What's going on here is the system works a certain way. Universal principles of creative energy flow. Scientific laws of electromagnetics that govern reality. If you want to learn about living a natural life and having a life of health, physical health and emotional health, spiritual health, satisfaction, it means you've got to learn about the laws of electromagnetics so that you can operate electromagnetically. You can't say, I want to become an electrician, but I want to know nothing about electricity. Electrician must know about electricity, otherwise you're going to get shocked. You've got to know about how things work in the universe for you to apply yourself consciously, constructively and creatively and have results for you in this world and the world beyond. So what is going on here? Consciousness is always reflected back to us. You shift consciousness, experience changes. That's what's going on here. There are pristinely perfect laws that govern experience in this dimension. Personal reality is not random. It is a reflection of consciousness creates reality. It is a reflection of your personal reality is a reflection of your energy, your vibration, your frequency. The quality of experience you are having is a function of the quality of energy you are putting out. If you have a harmonizing energy, notice that the word harmonizing is about vibration. You will have harmonious relationships, experiences. If areas of your life are problematic, it's because you've got a distorted energy. You can't sort out a problematic area of your life from the outside. You got to go within and sort out the disharmony in you the fear, the guilt, the shame, the unworthiness, the blame, the resentment, all that's got to go before you can have your life reflect back to you a preferred harmonious experience. Notice people who are easygoing, always happy, satisfied, their lives are very relaxed and easy and enjoyable. Do you notice that? And you might say, yeah, that's because everything is going well for them. What's going on here is cause and effect are reversed. What you think is cause is effect, and what you think is effect is cause. You might think the guy's got a lot to be happy about, that's why he's happy. In the meantime, because he's harmonious in vibration, he's got a lot to support that harmonious vibration. So that's what's going on here. Consciousness is creating a reality. This is a realm of reflection. It's pristinely perfect laws that govern the universe that you can become aware of and align to. And if you do go to a higher vibration within you, your experience reflects a higher vibration as well. That's why we speak a lot of you going through a change and then watching your life change. Because in a sense, your world is a mirror. And we'll talk more about the mirror principle as we go through. This is just getting you into a crash course of truth. So what is my purpose here? Having said all that, what is my purpose here? Our purpose is to go, or my purpose, the way I see it, as if you want to be on the path of mastery, truth, the truther's purpose, the truth seeker's purpose, or the truth finder's purpose is to live truthfully. That's what our purpose is, to live truthfully, which means to demonstrate human excellence. My purpose is to be the most secure I can be, the most selfful I can be, and the most satisfied I can be. It will benefit me in this world through my death and beyond. If I make my purpose to support my security, spiritual power, if I make my purpose to support my personal power, selffulness, if I make my purpose to support my creative power, satisfaction, I'm here using the mirror to actually go to a higher and higher level of being, interacting and experiencing. And as I shift my consciousness, my world will show a higher level of reality. Do you understand that you can do all sorts of things on the planet and you can die? It's of no real value to you. No real value to you. If you have not raised your frequency, it's called light, vibration. In Arabic, nur, light, frequency, electromagnetics. It's in the Bible, and God said, let there be light. It's in the Quran, nur. It's electromagnetics. It's universal teaching. I'm not making anything up. This is what great teachers have told us. I'm just mentioning what they've told us. And that we have a purpose here. Faith and conduct is what it's about. They say that how close you are to truth or to God, or secure you are, fearless, faithful, and how you be as a person in life. Do you be a person who's contributing and benefiting yourself, adding value to yourself, your body, your life, or not, or benefiting others or not? Your state of security or faith or power, and you're relating powerfully, freely, or are you controlled by things in this world like an addict? So the purpose on the spiritual path is to go beyond being a needy beggar to becoming a secure believer or boss, to go beyond being a destructive addict, powerless addict, and to become a powerful, selfful adult, to go beyond a person who's blaming and living a deprived life, to own your creative ability and Go beyond the current experiences and claim the experiences you desire. And all these things happen multidimensionally, electromagnetically. It all happens in awareness and consciousness through your imaginal being, through your multidimensional self. So that was the 5 basic questions. Now you are initiated into truth. So what is truth? What is truth? Truth is the divine reality. There is beyond this world its creator, beyond time and space, that created us and this dimension, and this dimension and us are governed by spiritual law. You're an electromagnetic being in an electromagnetic universe governed by electromagnetic principles. You are a spiritual being, a being of light in a universe of light, governed by principles of light. That's why spiritual teachings will tell you don't steal, don't cheat, don't hurt, don't rob, because that's not your true nature. That's not your true nature. You don't have to do all that. You're a powerful being. You see, we've got to realize we are letting ourselves down. We are letting ourselves down. If you are a prince or princess and you're living like a peasant or a pauper, that's letting yourself down. And that's what's happening. People are unaware, unenlightened, they're not interested in truth, mostly. And they live unaware of what's really going on here. Who they are, what they are, where they are, what's going on here, and without purpose of spiritual growth, personal development, and life enrichment, also afterlife enrichment. This is what this is about. Students of truth are demonstrators of human excellence. We are operating beyond being an animal, beyond being controlled by impulse and instinct, beyond being controlled by, lusts and fears, insecurities, needs. We are operating from a higher, we have the potential to operate from a higher level of ourselves, a higher version of us, a higher vision of our life is possible. We are creative beings. We are, as some scriptures say, God breathed into humanity, God's Spirit. Other scriptures say that humanity is created in the image and after the likeness of God. Scriptures tell us that God said after creating humanity to the angels to bow down before, first creation. So, a lot of people are unaware of truth. They are ignorant of truth. They are lost in superstition and ignorance. And it might sound like what I'm talking about here, God and all that, is like superstition. This is not religious in any way. This is the truth that the great teachers and masters upon whom religions and religious indoctrinations were built. But the great masters were teachers of truth. The truth about God, the truth about us, the truth about how to live in this world and how to be in this world, and that you can invoke realities and so on and so forth. That's what they were teaching. So we can operate with the frontal lobe. The difference between 4D and 5D is using the frontal lobes, the prefrontal cortex. The higher level of human functioning. The imagination is in the prefrontal cortex, not in the animal brain, the rear brain. So this is what this is about. And again, it's not for everybody, because a lot of people want to remain in their world view. We are vulnerable physical organisms in a threatening, dangerous, materialistic world, a physical world that is dangerous. Nothing can be further from the truth. There is only God, the one universal power, that created all of this. God sustains us and supports us. And there's a principle that we can abide by and live. And And those who know truth and align to truth, they experience being progressed and benefited and empowered. They're not the same as the unaware, the unenlightened, the uninitiated into truth. I know it might sound strange if you haven't heard these things before.